Welcome back to Addictopedia, where we dive deep into understanding addiction, recovery, and everything in between. Today, we're exploring a step that many people in recovery find intimidating, yet it's one of the most powerful, step 4 of the 12 steps. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. It sounds heavy, right? And honestly, it is. But it's also the bridge between your past and your new healed self. In this video, we'll break down what step 4 really means, why it's so important, how to work it thoroughly, and the life-changing benefits it can bring to your recovery. Step 4 isn't about beating yourself up for the past. It's about understanding yourself, your fears, your resentments, your patterns, and your part in the chaos that addiction created. It's like cleaning out a messy room you've avoided for years. At first, it's uncomfortable, but as you start sorting through the clutter, you find clarity, relief, and freedom. When we take a moral inventory, we're looking at 4 main things. 1. Resentments. The people, institutions, and situations we hold anger toward. 1. Fears, both rational and irrational. 1. Harms done to others, where our actions caused pain. 1. Our character defects, the patterns of behavior that kept us stuck. The goal isn't to label yourself as bad, it's to see clearly who you are so you can begin to heal. One of the greatest benefits of working step 4 thoroughly is self-awareness. Many of us spent years hiding behind denial, pride, or shame. We use substances to escape uncomfortable truths about ourselves. But when we finally write down our inventory, something incredible happens. The fog starts to lift. Example, let's say you write, "I resent my father for not being there for me." When you go deeper, you realize that the resentment is tied to fear. Fear of abandonment. Fear of not being good enough. That awareness helps you see that your anger isn't really about your father anymore. It's about your unhealed pain. And that's where transformation begins. Another major benefit of step 4 is freedom from the past. Many people in recovery say, "I didn't know how much I was carrying until I wrote it all down." Writing your inventory allows you to release the emotional baggage that's been weighing you down. It's like taking off a backpack full of stones, guilt, shame, regret, and finally being able to walk freely again. By facing your past honestly, you break its power over you. Instead of being haunted by it, you begin to understand it. And understanding brings peace. When you understand your own patterns, you begin to see how your actions affected others. Maybe you lied to someone you love, manipulated a situation, or isolated from family out of fear. Through step 4, you see those patterns clearly, and that clarity helps you make amends later on in step 9. People who work step 4 thoroughly often notice their relationships improving. They communicate better. They take responsibility instead of playing the victim. And slowly, trust starts to rebuild. That's the real power of this step. It transforms not just your recovery, but your connections with others. Step 4 isn't just an exercise in writing, it's an act of courage and faith. You're facing your own reflection, not to judge it, but to understand it. Spiritually, this step helps you let go of denial and step into truth. Emotionally, it helps you process years of buried pain. Example, a person who spent years blaming others for their drinking may discover through inventory that their own pride, fear, and insecurity played a role. That realization brings humility, and humility opens the door to real healing. Working step 4 thoroughly helps you replace shame with self-acceptance. You stop saying, "I'm a bad person," and start saying, "I'm a person who made mistakes, and I'm growing." So how do you actually do this step thoroughly? Here's a professional, structured approach. 1. Set aside time daily. Consistency is key. 1. Be honest, not perfect. Write what's true, not what sounds good. 1. Use a sponsor or mentor. Someone who's been through the steps and can guide you without judgment. 1. Pray or meditate before writing. Invite courage and clarity. 1. Review and reflect. Don't rush. Growth happens in the process. Remember, step 4 isn't about writing the perfect story. It's about writing your truth. When you do step 4 thoroughly, the benefits go far beyond recovery. You gain emotional intelligence. You learn how to take responsibility. You build resilience. And most importantly, you gain inner peace. Step 4 gives you the roadmap to self-awareness and accountability. 2 things that protect you from relapse and help you live with authenticity. Many people describe finishing their inventory as the moment they truly began to forgive themselves. And that is one of the most healing feelings in the world. Step 4 might feel uncomfortable at first, but the truth is that discomfort is where the healing begins. When you face your past, you take away its power. When you see your truth, you take your first real step toward freedom. So take your time, be brave, and remember, you're not your mistakes. You're the person who survived them and chose to grow. I'm Rico, and this is Addictopedia, where we bring truth, recovery, and hope together. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to help others on their recovery journey. And remember, healing begins with honesty.